about an emperor who was very fond of new clothes, and he has a very good collection of waistcoats, tunics and caps. For that, he was using his money from the treasury only for buying new clothes. In that court, two people have arisen who want to cheat the emperor and make a lot of money. They said that they were good weavers and they took lots of money from the emperor, gold coins and also silk yarns, saying that they will make a new clothing for the emperor. Listening this, the emperor was very happy and he granted more and more gold and also silk yarn for the crooked people, and these rogues have sent false reports that they are weaving a very good cloth for the emperor. Then to search all this, he appointed a honest man as a master of wardrobes, and he sent him, and also he has to see the quality of the cloth being there, how the weavers are weaving. And once he went and saw the place where the weavers are doing their work. As he went and saw, there were nothing, the frames were empty, and he rubbed his eyes again and again. He saw the empty looms. Being there, disclosing the truth, he went and said the emperor that they are very beautiful. Till now we have read about this. Open your page number 25, and further I am going to play the video clipping. We are going to see now on the screen.
English 2, 3. Then, after some, the emperor, the master of wardrobes, stood staring at. Thereafter, the emperor sent other officials to report the progress in the work. They all spoke high of the weavers as they did not want to prove themselves unwise. In the meantime, many noblemen and ladies came to see the weavers working, but to their utter surprise, they noticed no cloth on the empty looms. Now the emperor expressed his willingness to visit the splendid weavers himself. The emperor took with him several of his trustworthy counselors and some clever members of the court, who were very wise. The two rogues somehow came to know that the emperor was coming to inspect their work. They heard the approach of the emperor a long way off. Meanwhile, they took their positions at the loom, pretending to be busy weaving the wonderful cloth for the emperor. When the emperor arrived, they pretended to be so busy with their work that they took no notice of him.
By listening all this, the emperor was very happy and very eager to see the work of the weavers. Many people, noblemen, ladies, so many visited the place, but they found empty looms and they did not pretend like it is empty. They said, "Oh wow, what a work, what a beautiful work is going on." Then by listening all this, emperor also got excited to visit and see what the work is going on. So he gathered all the noblemen who are very trustworthy. He took all of them to the place where the work is going on. Somehow these two rogues they came to know that emperor was coming to watch them, to inspect them how the work is going on. So suddenly they went and sat as if they were working very busily, and they started pretending that they are doing on the work. They did not notice even the emperor as he has come. They were pretending that they are doing very busy work. Further,
soon, however, they got up from their empty looms and bowed to the emperor. The emperor was taken aback when he looked attentively at the loom, which was empty. "Is there something seriously wrong with my eyes?" he thought. Tell us, please, your majesty, what do you think of the gorgeous cloth? Said one rogue. The emperor was in a terrible fix. If he said that he could not see anything on the loom, the people might say that their emperor was not fit to rule over them. So he nodded in appreciation. Yes, yes, the cloth is quite superb. I am happy with it. All other members of the emperor's party also agreed with the emperor. Yes, 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 very beautiful. They too, like the emperor, were afraid of speaking the truth. The weavers finally arrived at the appointed time with the new designer dress. The emperor greeted them with a smile. The two cheats pretended to be helping the emperor into his new robe, and the attendants of the emperor cried, "Oh, how wonderful they are, your majesty! What perfect fitting! What colors!"
Are you understanding, children? See how such a beautiful story it is, isn't it? So in this way, they are fooling all the people, and suddenly, when the emperor has reached the place, he saw the empty looms. He was surprised what it is going on. Am I seeing anything wrong, or my eyes got anything wrong? So he said, what is this? Empty looms and no work is going to be done here? Then he said, these two weavers bored the emperor and asked the emperor to say how it is looking by seeing this gorgeous cloth. Then emperor was in a terrible fix. Means he was stopped doing. His mind is not working what to say. Then again he said, "Oh wow, wow! What a cloth! So superb it is! What a work you have done! It's very beautiful." Then all the weavers, they have brought the work to the palace. Again they were showing the piece to the emperor. See, the work has been completed and it's all yours now, majesty. It is the perfect fitting for you, and so many colors we have used.
The emperor then sat before a huge mirror. He saw it was very clear that he had no clothes on his bare body. But how could he admit it? On the contrary, he said, "Yes, yes, they fit my body correctly." A grand procession was to start from the palace. The musicians and the trumpeters were all ready for the big event. The emperor, wearing his new dress, left the palace and came down on the streets. None of the spectators was bold enough to smile. Instead, some said, "How splendid our emperor appears today! What gorgeous robes! What colors!"
So in the meanwhile, these rogues have given him an empty thing to wear. And by praising the clothes, emperor went and stood in front of a big mirror and pretended that he is wearing clothes, and he was wearing nothing. Then he admitted that he was wearing beautiful clothes, and he said, "Wow, what a correct fitting is this." So he was wearing only a bare body, and he started for a grand procession. That means he was on the streets to show the people how the clothes are looking. And some people, without saying the truth, they were making noise. "Wow, what a gorgeous robes! What colors they have used! How splendid our emperor is looking today!" So they are all praising the emperor. And at last, let us see what happened to the emperor.
Then a little boy cried out, "Look, father, our mighty emperor is not wearing anything." The father tried to hush up his son, but those around him were already beginning to smile and chuckle. Then there were peals of laughter. Suddenly, the emperor realized that what his people had said was true and that he had been robbed and cheated by the two rogues. How ashamed he was at his foolishness and craze for new clothes. The emperor learnt a lesson and reformed his habits. Adapted from Hans Christian Andersen's The Emperor's New Clothes.
So this is all what happened to our emperor, who was very much spending more and more money on his new clothes. Then at last a boy has cried out over there saying, "Look, father, our mighty emperor is not wearing anything on his body." So, and almost all the people who were surrounded started laughing and chuckling over there. This made emperor realize that what the people are thinking, and he has worn nothing on his body, and he got a lesson that he was being foolish by the two rogues, and he left his craze for new clothes, and he learnt a lesson, and he reformed his habits, and also he became a good king in further. This story is adapted from Hans Christian Andersen's The Emperor's New Clothes. Hope you are all enjoyed and understood very well. Go through the video once again if you have missed any part of it. Now I am going to give the question answers, which you are going to write it in the notes, naming the lesson on the top very neatly in the notes. Pause the video wherever necessary for you while writing the question and answers. Okay children, start.
Reading Comprehension 1. Answer the following questions. 1. Describe the emperor's craze for new clothes. Answer. Emperor was very crazy for new dresses. He cared for nothing except to look for new dresses, waistcoats, tunics and caps. The emperor spent his entire treasury on buying new clothes. 2. How did the rogues introduce themselves to the emperor? Answer. The rogues introduced themselves to the emperor as expert weavers. 3. Do you think the weavers were clever? Were they honest? Why do you think so? Answer. The weavers were really clever. They were not honest. They made the emperor believe that the cloth that they would weave will be visible to only those who are wise and worthy of high office. They got many bags full of gold and silk thread from the emperor by giving him false hope of weaving best cloth for his dress. 4. Why did the master of the wardrobes tell the emperor that the fabric was magnificent? Answer. Master of wardrobes thought that if he disclosed the truth, he would prove himself unwise and unworthy of high office. 5. What did the emperor do when the crowd laughed at him? Answer. The emperor realized that what his people said was true, and that he had been robbed and swindled by the two rogues. 6. What lesson does this story teach us? Do you think that the emperor learnt a lesson? Answer. The story teaches us that we should have liking and disliking for good things, but we should not so crazy for them madly. As far clothes are concerned, we should wear such clothes that suit us and make us feel confident. We should not so crazy for fashion blindly. The emperor must have learned a lesson and reformed his habits.
Okay, these are the 6 question and answers. If it is too fast, pause it in your video and then write the question and answers neatly in your notes. Next B. Who said these to whom?
Who said these? 1. The emperor has ordered me to inspect the weaving, so you can take me to your looms. Answer: Master of the wardrobe. 2. Tell us, please, your majesty, what do you think of the gorgeous cloth? Answer: One rogue. 3. Yes, yes, the cloth is quite superb. I'm happy with it. Answer: Emperor. 4. Our mighty emperor is not wearing anything. Answer: Little boy.
Okay, this is all about who said this. That means who said to whom. Write the heading as who said to whom. As you have been practiced in the last year classes, who said to whom, write the heading as who said to whom. So next we are going to, for the next C part, complete the following sentences.
Complete the following sentences.
Complete the following sentences. The two rogues came to the palace pretending to be the weavers because. These completing sentences are already in the paragraphs. You have to go through the lesson, read the lesson once again and complete it as I am doing one for you. In the second paragraph, first line, the two rogues came to the palace pretending to be weavers. Why they have come to the palace? Because they wanted to cheat the emperor and make lot of money. Okay, so this is the answer for the completing of the sentences. You have to go through the paragraphs and then write it. Second one, they sought more and more gold and silk yarn because. Search in the textbook and you have to write it the dashes. Third one, a very honest man was appointed master of wardrobes to inspect the weaver's work. You know that an honest man was appointed as the master of wardrobes. Why? Because the emperor, he would depend on his report for the good quality of cloth being woven by the new weavers. Okay children, the rest of the blank should be completed by you reading the paragraphs very carefully and fill the dashes. Go through the lesson once again, go through the video once again, write the question and answers and also these three in the notebook. I am initially saying you have to complete this thing and write it in the notebook and be ready for the next class, which I am going to take you for the next week. Okay children, take care. Bye.